It's your favorite girl on the rocks, of course. We're back here at Hub 17 for another episode of Feed the DJ podcast. We are in season 4, okay? If you guys didn't check out the very first episode of season 4, you guys can go back and check that out. So pause, go watch it, and then come back, okay? And make sure that you guys go and download that Hub 17 NYC streaming app so now you can watch Feed the DJ podcast from wherever, whenever, okay? So no excuse. You have another way to check in with us and let us know what you think of the show, all right? So we have another great guest here in the studio. Funny story, we were supposed to do this last season, but y'all know every season I get sick. And so it was that week where I was like, yo, I literally, if I come to the studio, the listeners are going to be so disgusted with the sound of my voice. So we had to reschedule, and we are here now in season 4, and I'm so happy. Better late than never. And we have a lot of great topics that we want to go over as well, because I think aside from knowing your music, being on top of all the technology out there is also very important to have. And the person that we have in the studio with us today is one of those people that you have to follow on social media if you are looking for all the tips and tricks and also just cool advice if you are into music. All right, so I'm excited. You should be excited as well. And before we even go further, I mean, y'all see it. When we put this episode out, it's going to be in like September. So, hey, guys, you guys, I'm talking to you from the past. You're in my future. But yeah, I went to the Breezy Bowl, you guys. The Breezy Bowl concert was amazing. Big shout out to all of those haters. Big shout out to the haters. Yeah, I'm talking to you, all 4 or 5 of you who commented on my reel that I posted from the Breezy concert. Like, get off it. Okay? Get off it. Because I was in the building and you were not. Okay. So, yeah, I have proof, and that's just what I wanted to say about that. It was an amazing show. I stood up the entire time, lost my voice because I knew every single word. Big fan, and if you guys aren't fans of Chris Brown, I mean, hey, just listen to one song. Just listen to one song, and I'm sure you'll be somewhat convinced, all right? But we have had such a crazy summer, such a crazy week since the last time we've been here. You know how, like, dog years is 7 years? Like, that's how it is for Girl in the Rocks time, okay? A week in Girl in the Rocks time is like 2 years for y'all, and I'm not joking. The good, the bad, the crazy, and the unbelievable. So we are here, and we're going to talk about some technology. We're going to talk about music, and we're also going to just talk about the future of music and nightlife and DJing, producing, and just what that's going to look like. Because honestly, y'all, I'm a little shook. Between AI and everything getting smarter and people getting broker and not wanting to go outside, like, it's getting tough out here. So I'm really happy to break that down today. So let me do a quick intro for our special guest. And don't worry, we're going to have their information in the description below, so you guys will be able to follow up with them, follow them, and listen to their music outside of here. And, of course, like our last episode, we announced our very first official Feed the DJ podcast special guest playlist on Spotify. So our special guest from today will also be on that playlist. So now you have access to their music whenever you want as well. So yeah. All right. Enough with the commercials. Enough. So today we have A- in the studio. This amazing human is a musician, producer, DJ, film composer, and engineer known for his eclectic taste and prolific musical output. Blending influences from jazz, hip-hop, drum and bass, EDM, and alternative, his music delivers experimental soundscapes with driving rhythms and melodies. A- has been featured in eclectic music festivals, capturing listeners with his unique approach to live performance and sound design. His work has also been featured in film festivals such as CSI Film Festival and Underscore Film Festival. Big shout out to CSI. And his latest projects are a series of monthly compilations of music and immersive ambient live performance debuted last December. Big shout out to all the Capricorns and Sagittariuses, and an experimental music performance using painting to create music. You guys, these guests that we have on this show never fail to amaze me. I mean, seriously. And funny enough, I was actually watching a video of him capture the sound of like a paintbrush earlier today. So it was just awesome. So there's so many different ways that you can enjoy music. And so we get to really unpack that today. So he's also regularly posts content on social media that has over 400,000 views. So make sure you follow at A-Music. Thank you so much for joining me today.
No problem. Glad to be here.
OMG. So can I call you Tim?
For sure.
Or just A-?
Tim.
Tim's
Yeah.
cool. All right. So, Tim, thank you so much for joining me.
No problem.
It's been a long time coming. We've been talking about doing this, so I'm happy we were able to connect.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, man. So, tell me how you got interested in music, right? So, a lot of folks come from families that are in music. Some people kind of use music as a way to get through tough times and things like that. So, how were you introduced to music originally? And then I guess at what point did you feel like, okay, now I'm ready to make music on my own?
So like originally it was my brother that put me onto a lot of music.
Yeah.
He would literally just tell me, listen to this album. Actually, no, further back. My mom, like my family isn't like super musical, but we really love music. And my mom is a really big fan of 80s music. Like she loves it and she would always play it for us. So like Queen, David Bowie, why am I drawing a blank? Whitney Houston.
Every soundtrack from all of your favorite 80s movies, personally. Like, honestly, the 80s had great music, great TV shows, great movies. Like, wow, what a time.
Yeah, and she would always show us that music because she really loved it and she wanted us to hear it. And that started it. And then later on, my brother, he would just constantly show me stuff and just be like, listen to this album, listen to that album, listen to this album. And then I'd do it because it was good. Like, I remember back when I was in high school in like whenever.
Right? I know. It's like crazy.
Whenever like All American Badass came out, the Joey Badass album, he put me onto that and then a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah. And then from there, we would kind of just like look at similar places to find music and then listen to the same stuff, talk about it, and then just like still go on and on. And I think the thing that made me like make music and kind of like got me interested was that when I did this one summer camp, it was like a STEAM summer camp where before they took out the A and just made it STEM because
right?
Why the fuck fund the arts?
Why the fuck did they do that?
Because it's like, oh no, that's different. But like, because they had a music program in it where I kind of feel bad for the instructor looking back now because it was like,
I feel like music and art teachers always got the shit end of the stick.
Oh, absolutely. Because what it was wow, that was a lot of was's. It was like it would be so it was like one of those Mac labs in Stena Island Tech. It was at summer camp. And we were basically just doing stuff in like GarageBand. Yeah. So we were essentially just like just dragging and drop loops in it and just putting it together. And the thing that was funny about that was I just really liked it. I thought it was really cool. And then I would always say like the same line where it was like, I don't like Mac because I don't like Mac. I know I'm a liar because I have a Mac, but I do not like Mac.
It's like if you can't beat them, join them.
Literally.
Kind of vibe.
Literally. Because, like, I just don't like Mac. But the thing I would always rave about would be fucking GarageBand. Because I thought it was fire. And it was, like, really fun to play around in. And I was like, damn, and I just kept on saying that to my brother. And he's like, you got an iPad, right? And that shit has GarageBand. And I was like,
ding.
For real? That's crazy. And so I went and started just making stuff on GarageBand. And I just kept on going at it. And I was like, damn, this is really fun. This is great. And then from there, I was like, because I also tried to get some, like, DAWs on, like, my computer. Like, I tried, oh, my God, LMMS, if you ever heard of it. It's, like, this one. I think it's supposed to be, like, Reaper's cooler cousin. But it's so terrible, man. It's, like, the worst thing, one of the worst things I've used, personally. But, like, shout out to them for making it. So I just kept on using GarageBand, and then I was like, damn, I don't really like GarageBand because I don't want to be looking at my iPad out all the time.
Right, like what's next?
Yeah. And plus, like, I think every single thing I made on that was like at 140 BPM because I didn't know how to change the tempo. So I was like, fuck it, dude, this works. And oh my God, that brings back a memory of when like I thought I made like my first like trap beat ever, and I was so like fucking geeked about it. And I like showed it to my friends and shit, like I'm fucking Zaytoven or something.
What was the reaction?
They're just like, it was ass. So they're just like, oh my God, man. That sounds like something. And I remember, oh my God, I remember early on when I was making music, I thought like, damn, bro, I'm just the shit now. So I can just like, I can make beats for people now. And God, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. God. If anybody, I have a challenge for anyone listening. I have an old SoundCloud where I posted beats. Ooh. Find it. Please find it and you'll have a great time.
Send us a DM if you find it and let us know your favorite track.
Yeah. And then and from there I went to cuz I saw that old series Kenny Beats used to do, The Cave.
Yeah.
Where he'd bring in like JPEG Mafia, what's his face? Part of Shitty Boys. Detroit rapper. Fuck. I forgot his name. Like Idols.
Yeah.
What's his face? Man, what is his name? The guy who made Vince Staples.
Okay.
Vince Staples.
Wow, that's like
a whole
right
bunch
there.
of people. And it was really cool. And I was like looking at the program he used. He used Ableton. I was like, damn, that looks cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And then so I got Ableton Lite on my computer and I just kept on using that. And I just kind of kept on going into it. And I think what really helped me like make music, get in more to making music is just kind of looking at all the information that was available, because a shit ton of it's available. Like Andrew Huang, the GOAT, he has this 30-minute video on music theory that gets you started really well, and then you can just look at like a bunch of tutorials for fucking whatever you want to see on Ableton. Yeah. And then from there, I just kept on going for a few years. I went to college, and then halfway through, I dropped out of the program I was in to go to their music program in CSI. Yeah. And then I got my degree there in music, and now I'm here.
Nice. Oh, my gosh. What a journey, y'all. All right? A lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
Literally.
Absolutely.
You know? So it's safe to say you're self-taught.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. And, you know, it's like finding that thing that works for you takes such a long time, and you have to be open and willing to falling on your face a couple times.
Oh, absolutely. I think like because we're very like product focused as like people, it kind of the process gets lost.
Yeah.
And so it's like because you always see people like, where's my shit sound ass? I've been doing this for 6 months and it still sounds like ass. I've been doing this for 6 years and it still sounds like ass, man. It doesn't get better. Like it's
And it's also like you also, as cringe as it might feel being the person creating it, you have to let other ears hear it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because if you keep telling yourself that, you never know. There might be that one, maybe 10 people out who like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel the same way, dude. Like, I've been DJing for 10 years now, and I know there's sets where I'm like, that was garbage.
But then nobody knows.
No, and then they'll be like, you did so good. And I'm like,
you're gaslighting.
You're lying.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're lying to me. But okay.
But yeah, I think because we're very focused on product and like the process of it, I think people get lost in that, and it's sort of like they just kind of see the time they're putting in as just wasted time, and the product being the only useful thing.
Yeah.
I think that's the underlying issue, because with all the instant gratification we get through like social media or convenience through like DoorDash,
right?
It's just really easy to forget like the in between the opening your DAW and getting your dark melodic trap 2024 Meek Mill X Baby Keem beat.
Like, these kids will never know the LimeWire processes.
I don't know the LimeWire process. No.
Oh man, honestly, it's such a distant memory for me. But like, just that whole process of like taking music from online, or even like the kids don't know about recording your ringtone on your flip phone. Like, and if somebody even farts in the background, you got to start all over again. Like,
nah, you keep the fart in there.
Yeah, right? That'll really, or you like keep the fart for your voicemail. Remember the voicemails where people would be like, hello? Yeah. And then be like, now leave a message. Oh, I used to hate those. I'm sorry. I'm going on a tangent. I'm just thinking about all the nostalgic things that we did as Y2K kids.
I'm not. That is not me.
No?
No.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay. All right. Same.
For sure.
Me too.
Absolutely.
But, all right. So, with that being said, let's talk about some of the DJ technology out here right now on the market, or some of your favorite technology that you're using. And it doesn't even necessarily just have to be DJ equipment, you know. Of course, naturally, I'm going to gravitate towards the DJ stuff. And I want to start making beats. I told myself I was going to do it in the COVID era, and I didn't, because I was just like, I can't. But I definitely want to do that. So what would you say are some of your beginner-friendly equipment pieces that you would suggest to DJs and producers and engineers?
I think firstly for since Feed the DJ, we're gonna go with the DJ first.
Yeah.
Course. But I think
Feed me the information, please.
I think for beginner DJs, I think the controller that because you need a controller unless you're really good at your mouse and keyboard, then just get VDJ and just go at it.
Yeah.
But I think the best beginner thing for DJs is really just a pair of headphones, any pair of headphones that you can connect into any DJ controller. And
I think, I'm just sorry to cut you off, but I feel like you guys, what he just said is such a gem, and that is something that you need to take away. Like, it does not matter as long as it works. Okay? Yeah. It's not going to make you a better DJ if your headphones have bling on them, or if you have a 24-karat gold controller. That's not going to change the quality of your set. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. And it's like, I think just getting any headphones that work, getting a laptop, like just use your regular laptop, man. And for a controller, I'm not sponsored at all, but the FLX4, the DDJ FLX4, I still use it to this day. It's a really solid controller. It's a little pricey. I think it went up, as a matter of fact. It's like $400 now.
Yeah, I know. I know Pioneer and Serato, they recently just had like a big hike in their prices for everything.
Yeah, because they're like, let's join together into Alpha Theta.
Yeah.
And fuck all the consumers. I love that. But it's $400. It's steep, but it's worth it because I had this one beginner thing. It was Hercules, whatever. And it was like the small little thing. I think it's the size of that mixer there. And that was the entire controller. And it was kind of stupid to use that one because, one, it didn't really have good outputs. It was janky as fuck.
Yeah.
And two, it's just like, it's better to get something that's starter but is more feature rich and has what you need than to, like, gradually buy more. I think that kind of sucks. And it kind of like it just makes things artificially harder for no reason. $400 is a lot though, so you can find them secondhand on Facebook Marketplace. You can find them a little cheaper on Reverb if you look in the right places.
Yeah. And honestly, listen, guys, $400 for a controller might sound steep, but that's cheap as hell for DJ equipment. Like,
it gets worse. It only gets worse.
It only gets worse. That is like the best price you're going to find.
Yeah.
And if you really do well, you'll make that money back in no time. So,
yeah. And, and then music's an interesting one because it depends on how fast you really want to try to play gigs, which I don't recommend trying to do fast because you'll be horrified.
Yes.
And I think for starters, just rip shit off of YouTube.
Oh, the best.
But when you start,
sorry,
but when you start like doing gigs, do not rip things off YouTube. Do not do that. It'll sound so bad. Don't, please.
And you just never know who's gonna be there.
Yeah,
they might be them.
Literally.
The person that you ripped off.
And then they hear the fucking shitty ass compression, and they're like, "Damn, well, where'd you download this from, bro? Why is it so bad?" And you're just gonna look at them stonefaced, just gonna be like,
huh? I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm not taking requests right now, man. Sorry.
Right? That is always so awkward.
Yeah, so
I can't.
FLX, whatever headphones work, whatever
Yeah.
laptop or whatever thing you can plug in and use any sort of software. I don't think recommending software really matters because
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day it works. Like Serato has stem separation, but if you're just starting out, one, that's gonna be confusing as fuck.
Oh,
Two,
yeah.
it's fucking intense as fuck on your CPU, so it's not like so reliable.
Yeah.
And three, it's like it's sort of I feel like it's when you try to do those really flashy sort of transitions, but it's really just like you sound like James Hype if he was like on Downers. You know, it doesn't work. So it's whatever software really works, because
Yeah.
otherwise it's just like you can it's whatever works.
Yeah,
you know?
no, 100%. And also, like, and we've spoke about this on previous episodes, whatever it is you do get used to, try something else. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to just get too caught up on one thing because certain gigs might require you to use something else. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's why, like, one really good advice a friend of mine gave me, my friend Hunter Grant, he's another really amazing DJ.
Yeah.
He bought himself CDJs, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
That's a big kid DJ step.
Yeah. No, but he uses the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And what's it called? And one thing he did recently was went to Pirate Studio because they have it's one of those big. It's one of the ones that already where you just put the flash drive in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what the word is, but it's one of them, and you can kind of practice there on a big thing because it doesn't make sense to sort of make intermediary steps to get something bigger. It's just like if you ever go to a club, that's probably the setup they'll have where it's like
hopefully,
God willing,
right.
and that's probably what we'll be using. But what was even the point? It's just, buy big stuff when you're ready for the big stuff, and you know you're gonna use it. Stay with your little stuff. Don't do intermediary purchases. That shit is terrible. Don't.
Yeah, no, don't
just
do
go
it.
for it.
Yeah, save up as much as you can to get the thing that'll last you the longest.
Yeah,
you know. And what about engineers? What would you suggest for engineers? Well, yeah, engineers and producers.
So it's sort of a similar thing. I mean, it depends on how much money you want to sink immediately.
Right. Yeah. Ultimately, that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah, because it's like if you're a person that does a lot of just straight up recording, like you're an indie person and you have a guitar, you have a drum set, like Audacity will do you pretty well for a while to like record demos and get parts down and do all of that. Also, maybe more feature rich and probably better is Reaper for that purpose.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any best software for that to start out with. I think you have to really shop around and see what works for you. Like friends of mine use FL. I can't. I'm Ableton.
Can't do it.
I just can't. It's just it looks like a spider to me, man. I don't. And I love spiders, and it's just like terrible. I don't like FL. I'm not a fan. Sorry, Image Line. Ableton's what I use, but that's because I shopped around a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I think the most essential stuff you could get is a MIDI controller. So you have a little 2-octave keyboard. You can little play and stuff, play the drum pads, and maybe have some knobs you can MIDI assign. Have a laptop that can run it, of course. And there's so much fucking free shit. Like, there's this one subreddit oh God, I'm gonna reveal my Redditor. That's crazy.
Ooh, yo, Reddit is the unhinged world. You guys thought X was bad? They got them beat.
Yeah, but what's it called? They have this subreddit called r/drum kits.
Yeah.
Where you can just find drum sounds from like producers you like or of a certain genre.
Yeah.
Like there's this one guy at Lunch 77 who made drum kits of producers that just did interviews and showed the process and showed the screen.
Yeah.
And he just kind of yoinked the sound from like either the interview or he found where the pack was and got it from there. Mm. You get a lot of free stuff to start out with. And there's also a lot of really good resources about free plugins you can get that are really good. But I think the most minimal thing you can get is MIDI keyboard, laptop that can run it, any headphones, and that's pretty much it. Like
the love for music, of course.
And the love for music, because it's one of a great teacher I had said this to me, and it's stuck with me ever since. And it's just like it's just music. It can't hurt you, you know. It's just like just get the bare minimum and start from there. It doesn't need to be so deep. You don't need an audio interface immediately. You don't need what's it called? You don't need an audio interface immediately. You don't need speakers immediately. As long as you have headphones, MIDI controller on your laptop, I think it's good.
Yeah.
I know BandLab exists, GarageBand exists, Logic for phone exists, no, for tablet exists, and that shit's crazy. And that works too. I can't really speak too much on BandLab because I don't know how good it is. Like, I don't know how feature rich it is. I saw they had to pay for like an EQ, and I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Oh, like, damn. It's always something. It's always a new subscription. We were just talking about this before we got on camera. It's just like, I can't have another subscription, another username, another password. Like, please.
No.
Okay. I actually just became an adult and sat down and made a spreadsheet of my freaking passwords and usernames. My God.
Fire.
Like, adulting so hard. Well, thank you so much. Anybody who's out there looking to start making music or playing music, this is a great episode for you to take some notes, you guys. And I know that I have to stalk my special guests before they get here. It's required, okay? So now you have a lot of instruments that you play as well, right? Or
semi-competently.
Yeah, yes. So tell me a little bit about that and what got you interested. Like, were you a self-taught instrumentalist as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. But I don't feel like that's as big as a flex as it sounds, because it's like you get weird gaps in your knowledge.
Yeah.
And you get like shitty practices that you kind of like have to unlearn as you try to relearn the better way. I'm not gonna say the right way because either way gets it done, but it doesn't matter because it's like because the first awakening I kind of had with that was piano, because I'm really into jazz and playing like jazz piano and all that shit, and I kind of had to unlearn a lot of really bad like habits I had, because one thing they don't tell you about when you're learning piano is your hands are muscles, right? And when you fully stretch them out, that means everything here is tense.
Yeah.
And it's really bad for playing. And so in jazz, a lot of the chords are seventh chords. So if you're playing with the root, rootless, voicing, whichever, I would always go like this, like it's a fucking claw, like
like that episode of Looney Tunes with Bugs Bunny, and he's like
yeah. So I think generally with music, with any like art skill, get a teacher if you can, or try to find the best information you can.
Yeah.
Because it saves you a lot of time and prevents you from getting weird gaps in your knowledge that don't seem like biggies, because it's just like, yay, I learned this specific thing that I wanted to learn, and now I can do that specific thing. But then you don't know the nuance of the things around it, and it's just like, you get weird gaps. So that's why a lot of times I've had to start from scratch again and just start all over.
Yeah.
Because there's just a better way to do things that allows you to do more stuff. And it's the same thing with drums, bass, and bass guitar, and guitar.
Yeah.
Because I'm still learning those instruments. Like, drums is really fun, but I think how I originally tried to go about it was terrible, and that's why I've been just doing like rudiments for it, because I remember one of my friends put it really succinctly. It was what's it called, that like rudiments are like scales for drums.
Yeah.
So I'd just be doing those, and that's really helped me more than all the bullshit I was doing previously. And same thing with the guitar, because it's like, I was like, oh, I just need to learn scales. So
you try to like get to the finish line before you even do
literally.
the race. Yeah.
So it's like, I just need to learn scales, and then I'll be able to just play shit, and then I'll learn chords and just be able to be like fucking master improviser on the guitar. And it's really stupid because like I didn't even start with like the first part of it, which is fucking learning where the notes are on the fretboard.
Right, like let's baby steps.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that, and I was like, damn, I suck at this. Why do I suck so hard? And I was like, because I don't know shit.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that's so crazy. I was at a thrift store the other day, and for whatever reason, they had a very large supply of guitars. I'm like, is this a sign? You know, because I always wanted to play guitar. And I picked one up, and I touched one string, and I was like, maybe. I'm going to tuck this behind this thing here, and when I come back next week, if it's here, I'm definitely buying it, and I will be a guitar player by Christmas. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I mean, I've always wanted to play the drums. My brother got a drum kit when he was a kid.
Just steal it, bro.
Oh, I was so mad at him. And definitely guitar. What are any instruments that you've always wanted to play?
I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I had like a weird phase and I was like, I wanted to play violin for some reason. But that was like a fleeting thing though.
Yeah.
That was a really fleeting thing. I don't know why I remember it so well, but that was a real fleeting thing. I think like I'm kind of satisfied with like the instruments I play now.
Yeah.
Because I like piano, I like drums, bass, guitar, because I like all the rhythm section stuff, and I just like the music you make with them.
Yeah.
And I think they sound cool. But no, I'm really satisfied with that. I think like one funny thing is like I think with like a lot of dream instruments people have sometimes, like anything that's like a horn or a string, like you are not prepared, bro. You are not
Right,
prepared.
like it's a different animal than what you think it is.
Yeah, because it's like because there's a reason why you see so many like 5-year-olds playing strings, because it takes like a year, 2 years. I'm not a string player, so I don't know exactly, but it takes a while for you to get a decent tone that's mildly in tune.
Yeah.
You know, so it takes a while. That's why they start a lot of kids on those instruments young.
Yeah.
And like horns, it's a similar thing, I think, from all the horns players I've talked to.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite girl on the rocks, of course, and we couldn't have another season of Feed the DJ podcast without shouting out Indulge NYC. They help us to feed our DJs. If you are someone who likes a sweet treat, especially at the end of a gig, look no further. Indulge NYC is a women-owned and operated company right here in Staten Island, and they provide us with cookies, cakes, and all different types of pastries here on the show. So make sure you check them out on Instagram and let them know that Feed the DJ sent you. How long does it take for you to, from idea to finished product for a beat? How long would it take for you?
You see, it kind of depends now, because it's like when I was really in my heyday, in the good old days, when I was really like into doing that, because I've kind of like fallen out of love with like making beats, at least because I want to be more focused on making like full songs and stuff that's just like things I can just imprint. That's my shit. I made it.
Yeah.
But no, it wouldn't take me very long, like 1 or 2 hours, because I think it varies from genre to genre, but I think specifically with shit like Jersey bounce, anything trap, boom bap.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it can be two 16-bar sections that you just then arrange. The real art form, I feel, is making a really good loop and then arranging it.
Yeah.
That's what I really think it is, because if you listen back to some fucking awesome beat tapes like Donuts from Jay Dilla, that shit's fucking awesome. Like, not only does he make really great initial like loops and initial ideas, but the expansion upon it and how he arranges it is fucking amazing. And I think the real art with beats, at least, is sort of the arrangement of it and just sound selection, because if you make a beat, it's most likely going to be the same 16 bars that you'll be repeating the entire time. There's nothing fucking wrong with that. It just has to be good sounds. That's why I like that one I forgot, it was the Metro Boomin, Young Thug, Travis Scott song that blew up last summer, the Type Shit song.
Oh, okay.
I fucking hated the shit out of that song because I hated the bell, man. And it just goes through the entire song, and it's just like, why did you do this?
What do you think AI could never do when it comes to music, right? Because granted, it's learning from us. But there's just certain things that robots and artificial intelligence just won't be able to do when it comes to creativity. So when it comes to music, and this could be from the angle of DJing, engineering, or producing, what do you feel like are the things that AI just will not be able to do? It'll only be a human thing.
I think from like a producer standpoint, like musician, songwriter, whatever, I think it kind of comes down to an AI is at its core, it's a large language model that it isn't thinking.
Yeah.
You know, it's It doesn't reason. What it's doing is it puts everything in a chance of probability. So it's like, if there's a period at the end of the sentence, there's like 100% chance there'll be a capital letter of some sort after. So
gotcha.
It's not actually thinking as much as it is guessing. It doesn't think. It doesn't reason. It guesses on probability because of how it's trained. Since it indexes shit tons of data, it's trained on what might be next. It's not like actively thinking like a human can.
Yeah.
And I think that in itself is what sets humans apart from it, because it doesn't have the human condition. You know, I can tell fucking ChatGPT be like, oh, write me a song about heartbreak, and it'll probably make something mediocre, and that sounds like everything else ever. And a human can also make something that's mediocre and sounds like everything else ever. But I think the exception is that humans have the human condition, AI does not. And our power to convey that in a more interesting way is what has it. Because it's like, because ChatGPT is trained on like fucking ChatGPT, Claude, and DeepSeek, everything else, since they're trained on such a broad data set, if you get trained on the worst music ever, the most mediocre music ever, and then the best music ever, it's still going to kind of be a bell curve where you're still going to just make mediocre shit.
Right.
So it's never going to be able to say things or do things in quite a novel way that's really going to attract people. You know, it's not like anytime soon, like it's not like anytime soon a fucking, it's not like you can just tell it, oh, you can tell like Suno AI, oh shit, make me a Cash Cobain song. It's gonna be better than Cash Cobain. Like that's just not happening. Because it doesn't have, it doesn't have, like the human element isn't tangible, but it's just the ability to convey things in only a way that a person can, because they're one, a person, and two, can do that, can have the human condition. Yeah. And like, for example, like every day you make a cup of coffee, it's not the same cup of coffee every day, you know? Right. So it's like, I really don't think that AI will really, like, I think it can make something popular. Yeah. Because a lot of people aren't listening to music critically, and that's not like a dig at anyone, you know?
It's just the attention span of people these days.
It's the attention span, and it's also just like, not everyone's so interested in music. Like, I don't give a shit about architecture. If you say, yo, that's a colonial house over there, I'll be like, for real, man. That's awesome.
Like, it looks like a house to me. It looks like a real housey house.
Yeah. So a lot of people aren't looking at it as critically. Yeah. So that's why like super popular shit, like all the Spotify AI music shit that's going off, that's happening because people don't listen as critically, and that's not a dig at society. It's just like people just want music to put on while they're
on the background of their fucking reels or something.
Yeah, like I know for sure someone's listening to this right now and playing Dota or something. Yeah. Like so, but I still think that music that's good somewhat rises above the rest, not sort of in like a meritocracy way, but I feel like there's enough checks in the own industry of people who have their own discerning tastes, from like A&Rs to execs who'll be like, damn, this sounds like every fucking song I've ever heard in my life. Yeah. Who will kind of filter it out, even though that's even not how the system works anymore because of how widespread music distribution is. But I feel like people will be able to sort it out if they're discerning, you know? Yeah. So, and I don't think it has as big of an impact as people think, mainly because it can only make so much, and it can so much good stuff. And the thing that's happening a lot with AI-generated sound, AI-generated text, AI-generated images is it's all, because all those companies are still indexing the internet. They're still looking for new shit to put in, but they're also getting their own shit, and that dilutes it more because it's just like a feedback loop, and it'll eventually be warped out of whatever it was supposed to be. So I think that's something that's going to affect in the future. But for now, I don't think it poses big of an issue because it doesn't have the human condition. And I think it also speaks to just the world of niches we live in, like internet culture now. Because, yeah, sure, one can make a really great pop song, but the thing about it is, if you find a group of people that's looking for very specific sound, they'll know that it's bullshit. It's just like it's an AI generated sound. And I think it's the same thing with audio engineering and DJing as well. Cause like fucking I know there's like algorithms people can write to literally scan bodies and see like how they're moving, but I don't think a DJ AI would ever be able to like read a room.
Right. And that's so funny you say that, because that's what is going off in my head. Like, an AI will never be able to know that feeling where
You just played a track that was ass. If you have something that's relying off, say some motherfucker does that algorithm idea with the camera, scans people, it's still not going to be good because it's just going to pick the least common denominator. It's going to pick the most, what it thinks will be the best. Will it be best sometimes? Sure. But it's the real human touch I think it goes with, because fucking I'm not going to a fucking nightclub to have fucking DJ Claude on the beat. I don't want to hear it. Even it's like I saw this one like flyer that kind of traumatized me a little bit, because it was like 11 DJs in 7 hours, and I was just like, don't know how that's happening.
Right.
But I would prefer that over like DJ Claude or DJ DeepSeek, because at least like even if 7 out of the 11 suck, they'll at least be more discerning of what they'll be able to play and be at least able to have a better track selection. Like I was at this one venue, Under the K.
Yeah.
I was seeing Jamie XX.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's actually a shirt.
Nice.
He's great. But what's it called? There were a few DJs there, and one of them didn't particularly transition well from track to track, but I think that's just a DJ thing for you to check out. But he had really good song selection, and that's the thing. If you have a human person doing it, they know the crowd that's gonna be there better, with a better likelihood than ChatGPT or DeepSeek would, because it's not like they just scanned like fucking statistics for the age groups and demographics.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. They know the deeper meaning of the culture, what's going on. Like to AI, the Triggerman break is a fucking audio file, but to someone who lives in I forgot where it was big from. I think Memphis or Atlanta or wherever. But it'll mean something different to somebody
from there, yeah.
From somebody who was there and heard that in all the music of growing up, or even just like the Amen break or the Think break or the fucking piano sample from from Raid.
Yeah.
Like it means different things, and because art is human, it'll always be conveyed in a different way. And that's just something AI won't be able to do, you know? And finally, on the engineering stand of things, when you hire an engineer of any kind, mastering, mixing, recording, part of what you're paying for is their taste and their expertise, you know?
It has to be a collaborative effort for sure.
Yeah, so it's not, I think, again, it's with the mindset of something being product focused. Like, I need this track, master it or mix it or whatever. But what happens is if you're working with an engineer, what there's going to be is a relation. One, you'll be able to feel out the person, because say you make drum and bass music or you make dembow music, it's going to be less likely that you're going to get the result that you want if you go to someone who records a lot of rock. Like, you're paying for taste, you're paying for expertise, you're paying for their know-how as well, especially if it's a recording session. And that's just something, again, you can't just tell AI just to be like, yeah, put on your audio engineer hat and tell me what setting to put my compressor on and all the gain staging and all that, because that's it's subjective. It's always subjective. Like whenever somebody would ask me about a question about it, and they would just be like, oh yeah, what's the best way to do X, Y, or Z? It's such an annoying thing to ask, because it's always so unsatisfying for those people. It's just like, oh, what's the song? Art in general, it's very context dependent, and it's very dependent on the people doing it. So it's AI is never gonna take the human element away from it, because art is not just a product; it is a process as well.
Yeah.
I really learned that shit when I was taking a painting class for oil painting. It really is a process, and like, I think I have a new appreciation for it. But like, for example, if you look at a painting, you can see, and it was in a particular type, you can see all the fucking brush strokes. That can be simulated in an AI, but it's more of a actual thing that happened if you can see just the stroke of the brush happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like in those old abstract paintings from the 70s, where like men were trying to be like, art's really masculine. I'm gonna take these big ass brushes and just yeah, literally. And or like Jackson Pollock fucking on canvas, which looks cool, but it's it's just funny because like part of it is because at that because painting and like visual arts like that for some groups are considered as like a thing of femininity.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like if I'm a dude and I'm doing it, I have to be extra masculine so
Right.
people don't think I'm feminine. Like it's not that deep.
It's like I have to use a big brush and I have to slam it on the canvas hard to show my strength.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
But yeah, I think AI is here, but I think like a lot of people who are really into it and they think it's gonna make like some utopian future, which I sincerely doubt.
Yeah, same.
Because I don't know, it just kind of reads like the people who go like, oh, you're poor, just save money. You eat out, don't do that. You know, you're not eating well, just eat right. You know,
Right, like
go to Costco and buy things in bulk. That's not more expensive. That shit pisses me off because they always say the unit price. But if I want to buy a fucking 20-pound fucking tube of ground meat, that's fucking $50.
right,
Like,
right.
get outta
It's
here.
by the pound.
Yeah, so it's like it's just that. I feel like a lot of people that are really into it are just into it for the sake of it being something new and cool because it is cool technology. Like
Yeah.
there's really great applications for it. Like I remember I was at TEDx CUNY because I was co-hosting it with my boy Spin City Chris. He's the
Nice.
GOAT. If you're into Afro-Caribbean music, he's fucking awesome.
Hey, big shout out. Maybe get him on the show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Connect us.
Of course. But there's this one woman who was talking. I think her name was Anita Raha or something like that. I'm sorry. I think that was her name. I'm pretty sure she was giving a TED Talk about AI and its uses. And one of the uses was like spotting the most likely points in a water main system where there may be a break. That's a good use. Or using it as a tool to sift through a bunch of shit. Like I think as something that takes away menial labor, that's really good, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Helping you clean up a database, helping you set up a password managing spreadsheet. That's all really good uses. I think where we kind of lose the plot is where the process is part of the product.
Right.
And just trying to offload the process part.
Right.
With art specifically. Because I don't think anybody would trust like a doctor if they just went like, yeah, ChatGPT wrote up this report. I didn't even look at you. I just kind of...
Right. I just put your symptoms in ChatGPT and this is what it told me you have. So.
Yeah. It's
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the fuck?
I mean, I could have did that myself and saved $500 on this fucking copay, but cool.
Yeah, and it's just like that. I think like AI has a place, but I think it's not as. I think people are overhyped about it.
Yeah,
because it can only do so much. You know, like I remember reading this one thing of research where they put, I think Claude from Anthropic on a to like just manage like a store, like a virtual store, as an experiment to see what the fuck it would do. They did like fake sales within whatever, and it started fucking selling metal cubes, like stainless steel cubes. Like it's just like at some point it's not gonna
right.
work
It's not
as
gonna
well.
be as good as we really think it is.
Yeah, and all the people, I'm kind of like it scares me, but I'm also kind of skeptical where people are like, oh yeah, AI is gonna replace a lot of jobs. Because one, those people aren't gonna get those same opportunities back.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Yeah, but
it's also like, if that's true, shit's gonna be really shitty for a bit until you realize that they can't fully do that as well as you think it can.
Exactly.
You know, I think it's good technology and has good applications, but I think like completely offloading shit to it is sketchy.
Yeah, and I just feel like naturally people end up wanting to do that. Like, oh, you do all 5 of these things really well. You know what? Here, just do it all.
Yeah, fuck it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And no, with great music, you can't take shortcuts. And with that being said, tell us about, you see that segue? You see that?
I see.
Tell us about your new art, your 2 new releases that you have out on Bandcamp that our listeners can go and check out.
Yeah, for sure. The first one is a set I did last month. It's a live noise set.
Yes.
At this one Barcade Wonderville. They're really fucking awesome. They're great. It's if you're really into like loud, distorted electronic music, you'd fucking love it. It's great. And if also you like noise music, it's also good. It's not like fully noise music, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's there, has the aesthetic.
Yeah.
And it was a really fun set. That was the set I actually did with a friend who I mentioned earlier, Kala.
Yeah.
He did a great set. He did like this dub set. It was really fucking sick. He was awesome. And my friend Disco Killer, who did more, what's the word? I don't want to use that word. Who did a more like, traditional is a bad word, but a more like usual noise set, and it was really cool. He was fucking awesome, and I felt like it was a really great show, and the music from it was really great. It was that was the sort of thing, because I feel like a part of the aesthetic in noise music is a lot of improvisation.
Yeah.
And I did a lot, and I basically did that for the entire show. It wasn't just like me doing like random shit, because I had like a framework set up.
Yeah.
But a lot of it was sort of improvised, and I think it's a really cool set, and you should check it out, because I'm awesome, and I told you to. So go check it out.
All right, and it's there. You have it. We told you how to get there. There's a link below. Just click it. Like, come on.
Exactly. It's that easy.
Don't run. Don't walk. Just run.
And the other thing is a 4-track project that I wanted to put out, because I talk a lot of shit about releasing music, because it's important, you know. You gotta put it out there.
Yeah, you can't sit on everything.
And then I didn't release music for like 5 months in a row. And so I was like, you know what? I got a bunch of shit that I'm sitting on that I really like, and I'm going to put some of that shit on Bandcamp, because whoever wants to see it wants to see it. And because I felt really good about those projects. It's called For Your Consideration, and it's just a bunch of tracks that I really like. There's no like greater theme to it, unfortunately. Sorry, I don't got my concept album down yet. But it's just 4 tracks that I really liked, and I feel like is a better direction, because I've realized for myself that because I used to do a lot of type beats back in the day, back in the good old days, and I think that was kind of limiting for me, because I didn't quite realize it, because I don't think I had a grasp on what art really was to me and the artistic process. And I think just sort of, because it's kind of twofold, because it's like, one, when you make a beat, it's an unfinished finished product,
right?
You know what I mean? Because it's like, yeah, it sounds like music on its own, but there's always going to be someone who goes like, you know, it kind of felt a little repetitive, or like, oh, I could really hear Young Nudie on this, or whatever, because it's like purposefully empty to keep someone there.
Right.
And I kind of got disenfranchised with that, because I was really on like BeatStars grind, where I was literally posting that motherfucker every day, and nothing came of it, and I got like pissed off. And I also feel like it was just making me stagnate, because it was just like, because you get good at like making a loop and arranging it, but then trying to make something like bigger picture with more, that's more built out and has more intention, is much harder, because you don't practice that.
Exactly.
So I've kind of been just going in my own direction, making my own stuff, and just trying to explore whatever that is. That's why I've been getting into really into more experimental and avant-garde shit.
Yeah.
Because that's just what sort of I found what speaks to me more, and that has a bunch of weird experimental stuff on it. It's not like so weird where it's like fucking Merzbow and you get like like it's approachable, I promise. But it's 4 really good tracks. 2 of them are really loud and great, and the other one are like more ambient and quiet, and also fucking fantastic. Listen to it.
Please go and grab that. You guys can check that link below and let us know which one is your favorite. You can comment, send us an email, and of course you can follow A- and let him know as well. So we're going to jump into your live set today.
Hey, let's
tell
go.
the listeners what they can expect, what vibe that they should be looking for.
So if you're into like house music that goes at, if you're into like faster house music, acid house, and
right.
I was just like leaving the acid ... If you're into like acid house, drum and bass, and weird stuff in general, you'll like it. And like weird ethereal floaty sounds.
I got a little sneak peek, you guys, and I'm letting you guys know that we're going to be having a great time here in the studio, okay? So make sure you guys stick around for this live outro set with A-, and make sure you head over to social media and find them. And do you have any cool things planned for the rest of the year? I mean, I can't even believe that we're at the end of the summer already.
Crazy.
Like, this year started 2 days ago, but what other cool announcements do you have for us for right now?
I'm gonna hit you with the classic.
Okay.
Big things coming soon. There's a big announcement about a big announcement.
Okay, so make sure that you guys go follow A- so that you can be tapped into all the cool things that he has coming out for the rest of the year. And let's jump into this live set. I don't bite, I just DJ. This is season 4, Feed the DJ podcast. Let's get into this live set.
Yeah.
Bunch of losers, you're wasting your lives. Get a job, kiss a girl, do something.
acid. He get on my nerves, but I'm with it. I start thinking when he get up in it. I'm like, damn, I knew you for a minute. I don't want them niggas in a we fucking his friends. We gon' party till the party end. I'm a body, he fuck with my tats. Big boobs and I come with a jack. Say he don't want me, I know he a cat. Oh, you cheating, then I'm cheating back. If he cheating, I'm doing him worse. No Uno, I hit the reverse. I ain't tripping the grip in my purse. I don't care, cause he did it first. If he cheating, I'm doing him worse. I ain't tripping up. Alright. I ain't tripping the grip in my purse. I don't care, cause he did it first.
I'm selective with who I get with. Gal on my phone and I see who I slept with. She investigating detective. Lucky for me, I deleted her message. All along it was me and a bad bitch, but I told her it was me and my brethren. By the end of this verse, I'll be done. I guess we gon' see in like 16 seconds. If I went court for all of the times I got caught, I'd have about 16 felons. I keep coming with stupid excuses like I was juiced and tripped and felon. I might take the risk, the Emmett, but I don't know cause these chicks be telling. At the minute I'm hitting so risky, women I clearly ain't learnt my lesson.
If he cheating, I'm doing him worse. No Uno,